Alright, how's everybody doing? My name is Daryl Easterling. I'm a government. I go by the name Mr. Formula because I can do just that. Create a formula to help you make money. That's, and the reason why I can do that because I did it with myself and still doing it with myself. I started off in the business as a singer-songwriter. I've been through every stage of the game, from singing, songwriting, A&R consulting, radio consulting, lowest level, and meaning that I've slept on concrete floor like this, on the yoga mat, in a gym, in a mechanical room, now living over a 3,500 square foot crib. I'm cool, my family's good, and I'm doing what I love to do every single day when I wake up.
I'm Q. I like to go by Bossman_Q on Instagram, and I am BossmanQ on Twitter, and I am a two-time Grammy-nominated songwriter, one-time Stellar-nominated songwriter. I am, in January, will be announced as the new Senior Vice President over a major record label, Southern Division, and I have a production company launching in January as well. And I run a charity, probably the thing I love the most, and I work with African American men, 1723, teach them how to cook, clean, tie ties, write resumes, send them their first job interviews. And actually, the pioneers of that, of me getting that situated, is B Magazine and Quintessential Branding. Really helped me launch that. So.
Alright, well, let's kick this panel off, fellas. I want you to go through and tell me why each of your roles is important to the industry, whether it be an A&R or songwriter or editor-in-chief. Why is your role intricate to the industry?
I mean, the reality of the situation is, the reality of it is, everybody here loves music, and you love the way it's presented to you. The fact of the matter is, a lot of the artists that a lot of people love are really just puppets in what it is that I do, which is create the music and give it to them for them to put it out. I mean, I'm not a singer. You heard me sing, you'd be like, are you serious? But the fact of the matter is, that's what I do. Like, I create the sound that ultimately they put out to make them who they are.
What makes me so important, what makes my role, not the title that I have, because the title is just that, it's a title, it's a name. What makes my role in action so important to the music business is that I can relate to each and every one of you guys in here, whether you're a manager, songwriter, producer, marketer, whatever, and I can tell you the ins, the outs, the do's, the don'ts, the ups, the downs that you're probably going to face and that you're probably facing now. I've been through that. I've been homeless. You can't really get any lower than sleeping on a concrete floor on a yoga mat, trying to keep warm, holding your feet to the door so nobody can come in. You really can't get any lower than that. And it was all because I'm chasing my passion, my dream, the things that I do when I wake up in the morning, and I've went from here to here to here to here because I was trying to create a formula that I failed. I failed. You're going to fall. You're going to fall on your face. You're going to fall on your face a lot of times. You're going to get bruises, you're going to get scratches, but you want to know what? Only the strong survive and the weak will fall. So, I'm sorry.
Hey man, I feel like an adult. I'm sorry, y'all. Alright, I'll go a little deeper into what my resume or whatever. I've worked as an A&R, studio manager, intern, all of those things. So just like Tiger said and BossmanQ, it's a process or a formula, but that formula is going to be different for each individual. Me, I started out, like I said, as an intern, and I worked my way up to a studio manager, and from there, I'm sorry?
Can't hear you back.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't really talk loud, but I worked my way up from an intern all the way up to an A&R at an independent label, when I work with some major artists, I really don't get into names and all of that, but, I was able to work on a Grammy-nominated album. But that whole process was based off of me saying, you know what, I'm going to put my CEO hat in my back pocket and I'm going to go and learn from people who know more than I know. And it allowed me to be in the rooms with some really major people. So the process is really about just understanding, where you're trying to go, what your end goal is. My end goal may be different than yours or his or hers. But always having one is my formula. I have an end goal to everything I do, and everything is done strategically. From my marketing consulting company to starting a magazine to doing my tours, everything is strategic, and it's all going towards that end goal.
Before we go too heavy over people, some people may be new into the industry and all of that. Let's define A&R and what it is that an A&R does. I think all of you can, you know.
Go back this way. We started this way.
A&R.
I'll do it because you know it's I'll do all that. It's something that the industry really doesn't have a lot more of. I mean, they really don't have them anymore. You know, they eliminated the artist development department, and the A&R is artist and repertoire, meaning that if an A&R sees you on the street as a rapper, or a singer, or whatever, they'll bring you in and develop, you know, your sound, your look, everything. They'll put you with producers to create the sound, and then put you out. I want to do the whole thing now, you know. Pass it up.
A&R, artist and repertoire. The repertoire of the artist. Pretty much plain simple. The image, the sound, the direction of your brand. You are in control of that person's career. If that person doesn't make it or not, the talent is out the door. Like the talent is just the icing on the cake. That's what it is. It's just the icing on the cake. If you misdirect or misguide or mislead that brand, your job is on the line, and not just that. That artist's self-confidence is on the line. Like, you don't want because an artist, and we're all artists. If you're a manager, you're an artist. Your artistry is management. If you are a songwriter, you are an artist. Your artistry is songwriting. So as an artist, we are sensitive about our shit. So if you got somebody that's supposed to be on your team that's saying everything about you, man, you need to, man, this is whack, man, this is whack, man, this is whack. It's a difference between having somebody that's honest in your corner and having a yes man and having a fucking hater that's be on your team, and they the closest one to you. It's not the people who don't know you that's hating on you, it's the people that know you that's hating on you. Message.
I'm an A to Z person, so I always tell people my A with an artist, with a track, is where I am right now today, and Z is what the actual goal is. So knowing what my end goal is how I can work an entire situation. So if somebody brings me an artist and they were like, you know, one artist in particular, his image worked well to sell him 2 women. So I knew at A by Z he needs to be a sex symbol. How do we make him a sex symbol? The first thing we did was we had to change his entire look, his image of what today was and what women wanted to see. Then it was to get him in the gym, because women have what appeals to them. I used to be chunky, so I know women like chicken. I always have a nice group of women I dealt with, but but we knew for the masses what they wanted to see. So it was like, what do we have to do for Z? And I know for me, and I did the same thing for myself, like people will assume that I popped up out of nowhere maybe 7 months ago. That's not the case. I worked my ass off a few years ago, but I A&R'd my own situation, and now when you see me, even if you don't see me, if you see this, or you see this, or you see the hashtag, the Boss Q experience, you know that is associated with me. So all I did was take the same formula that I worked with so many other people, and I realized it worked, and I did it for myself. And now I'm in the position that I'm in now, that I have the same labels that did not want to sign me to write for them are now hiring me to run their departments. Because I know what the hell I was doing. Boom.
Alright, I'm Jason Dinsmore. Most people call me Jay Wright, the owner and editor-in-chief of B Magazine. I'll be moderating today's amazing panel. We talking fashion today and breaking into the fashion industry, and you know, just making sure that you're on top of your game when it comes to this type of industry. So I'm gonna go through and let our esteemed panelists go through and introduce themselves and tell them what you do. Let's start from that side going down now.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Chris Cocktails Cornell. I'm the founder, CEO of E. LLC. We specialize in events planning, entertainment, and editorials. And then my other business is Hallelujah Enterprises, and that's on the faith-based side, providing entertainment, booking, executive producing comedy shows. And my nonprofit is with the kids, Project R. We do festivals, creative writing, public speaking, and creative thought process for kids.
Hi everyone, my name is Kiwi, and I'm a media, beauty, and lifestyle blogger, and also a writer. So I write at Kiwi the Beauty, that's my blog. But I also freelance write. I do a lot of beauty and media related things. I interview celebrities. I do a lot of beauty events. I coordinate beauty shoots, and I work in the media industry. So that's what I do.
I'm Bernard Love, co-owner of KB Creative Group. I'm a creative director. KB Creative Group, we specialize in creative direction, event infrastructure, and production management. My business partner is actually, we have another event going on, so he's there handling that, and I'm the creative one. He handles the business. That's pretty much.
My name's Antonio Brown. I'm the owner and CEO for a brand called Level 13 that's based out of New York and in Atlanta, Georgia. And we design luxury apparel and footwear for men.
Everything can just fly. So I want to know, for those people that want to break into the entertainment industry on the fashion side but seems to have a struggle, is there any advice you can give? And that's anyone. Okay, thank you.
Ladies first.
Well, here's the thing. I'm in the industry. I'm not fashion. That's not my forte expertise, but I am in the industry. So what I would say with anybody in the media, entertainment industry itself, just to break in, well, be honest with you, this can go for any field, but since we're talking about fashion, you have to be your craft. You have to live it. You have to breathe. You can't just talk about it. You can't just, kind of pretend, or you can't be shy about it. You have to breathe. It has to be who you are. You have to. I tell people to don't try to emulate someone else. Be your own person. I don't care if it is in Vogue, but what's gonna make you stand out where Vogue is looking at you? What's gonna make you stand out? What's gonna make somebody pay you some attention? So be who you are, be your craft, and I think if you stand out long enough and be who you are, not what somebody wants you to be, I think that you will get attention, and then you have to, like I said, have confidence. And, I think fashion is all about confidence. You can't just try to dress like Beyonce, but then think that you have low self-esteem. Beyonce has confidence, and I'm not saying be Beyonce, but Beyonce has confidence. If you want confidence like Beyonce, you have to exude that kind of energy and be who you are, and then to break into the industry, network with people in that industry as well. No one's going to see you if you're in fashion and you're hanging around a bunch of medical people, or just hanging around people who's not, who's not, where you want to be. Hang around people who are elevating in that field as well. Don't, like I said, everything's about networking. So if you don't talk, you don't say what you're trying to do, if you don't try to talk to someone who's even at a higher level than you, then I do think you're doing yourself a disservice with that as well. So I think to break into the industry, break out of your shell, be who you are, have the confidence, but also I think it's important to be around the people that you want to be like, and to station yourself where you can be seen in that industry as well.